everyone, it's Sevy. I haven't really gotten to talk about the new characters that Wuwa has drip marketed, nor have I watched the Hairoy trailer, so we're going to do that now, and I'm going to give my quick thoughts on the characters that they showed. Let's go watch this trailer right now.
Past sparks pierce the void and illuminate Hairoy, where the seed of civilization is buried, ready to thrive.
Oh, I like the aesthetic.
Into space,
I like
we
the
gaze,
style.
bound by our desire to return. We shall sever the chains of yesterday.
Ooh.
We shall disperse the mists of tomorrow. Raise it up high, the sun that will soon burn.
Are they
Seek
going to
courage
make a
from the
sun?
Firebringer
Oh,
to rekindle that torch.
the Firebringer. Okay,
We
they have a
are
simulator
sun chasers.
cockpit. Sun
We
chasers!
are the shepherds of fire. Together, we usher in a future of light.
Okay, what do they call this? Star Torch Academy? It sounds like they're going to try to create a star or a sun. I don't know if that's what they're going to do, but that's kind of what it sounds like. Interesting that they also said, what, sun chasers and firebringers? Very Star Trek Academy, very futuristic, which of course is what they're going for. Interesting that we went from exploring different regions to just shooting straight up into space, I guess. Anyway, they teased a bunch of characters, so now let's look at those. Okay, so they started with her, and she already has a splash art. So this is Mornier. When I first saw her, my first thought was that she looks like the Jinshi of Hairoy. I don't know if that means she's going to be the Resonator, but she kind of looks like she's what? The scientific head, kind of? Like the Herta type character. I might end up making a bunch of Honkai Star Rail references here because HSR is literally like a space comedy, and it feels like with this space world or this 3.0 Space Academy type thing, we're going to be entering a similar territory. She looks like she's the brains of the operation. Don't know how true that is. For all we know, she might know nothing at all, right? But she looks like she's cool, calm, collected. She knows everything. She's the main problem solver. I'm really curious what's going on with her legs. Like, it looks like they're translucent. Maybe they're not even... Wait, it just occurred to me, maybe they're probably not even flesh. I wonder if she like lost her legs when she was a young age, or if her legs are being used for like developing some different kind of human tissue. I feel like that would be really interesting. Another thing that came to mind when I saw her design was that's Eve from WALL-E. Like she's, you know, she has a mainly white color palette. She looks so sleek. She looks so next gen new age type thing. I think she's really pretty. Like objectively, I do like her design. Not something I'm super like personally gravitating towards though. And then they teased Lucilla. I know a lot of people already said it, but she reminds me of Jade from Honkai Star Rail. It's just that thing where she has like long skirt, thigh band, thigh sticking out. She looks rich, she looks bougie, she looks luxury, and she also has that long cool toned hair and everything. Her hair design kind of reminds me of Cantarella, with kind of like the bangs looking like this, like a jellyfish type thing, and then it's flaring out this way. I wonder how crazy her boob physics are going to be, because she seems to be the bustiest out of the ones they teased so far. But she's probably gonna be like a slay badass type person. I think it would be funny if she was a little bit ditzy, or she looks like she's the type to go on like $7 million vacations because of this hat and her handbag and everything, and she's got a whole bunch of jewelry. You know, maybe she's also the adventurous type. Personally, not something I'm really gravitating towards, but I think she's going to be a favorite, definitely. I have something to say about these about the character arts later on in general, so you're just gonna have to bear with me like with my really quick speculations on these characters and my first fresh thoughts on them. She's really cute. Sidrika, I don't know how to pronounce it yet, but she's really cute. I actually kind of love her. I'm looking forward to her. Kind of hope she has like some kind of European accent as well. She also, oh, she has elf ears. No, you know what? I just think she's really cute. Her hair, I hope they put in enough hair physics that all of these big braids are going to be like operating on different physics models or whatever, that they're just going to be wild, because I think that would be really fun. To me, she seems like a bit more spontaneous, a little bit more carefree, you know, than the other characters. I really like her. And maybe it's because her hair is like stand out, and I think the orange goes really, really well with the purple in this color palette. Like this color palette just speaks to me. And then we have Luke. Oh, he's holding test tubes and he's got DNA helixes all over him. Maybe he's the science guy. Maybe he's the guy who's experimenting on people. He's got red eyes. Maybe that means he's morally ambiguous. Maybe he does human experiments. I don't know. I can fix him. I probably can't. But he looks really pretty. He's the one guy that they drip marketed out of these characters. The one guy. And I really hope that we're getting more male characters out of the 3.x patches than this one guy. But if it is this one guy, then he's a really hot guy. I know a lot of people saw him and they were like, oh my god, it's Aventurine. I also felt that, but I like what's going on with the helix designs. It's like all over him. And I really hope that's symbolic of his character and that he ends up becoming like a major character or has like a big role in the story, because he has this really dominating aura that's like almost ominous, and you know, he's like got that pose and everything. I like him a lot. Obviously, if he's going to be the only male character, then maybe I'm just going to save up the entire time until he releases, and then I'm going to get copies of him. Maybe we'll see. But Luke looks really, really pretty. I hope that's a ponytail. That's probably a ponytail. He looks really pretty. And then they have Linnea. So Linnea, she's got some artsy stuff here. Her main outfit seems to be like black and white mostly, but then, oh, she's got her tacet mark on her thigh. Okay. But then she has like a jacket that's very colorful. It looks like she painted it herself. So I like the little neon splashes of color that they've got going here. I think it's a cute way of adding color. Personally, I think it would be cute if she had like more all over her body, or rather, I'm surprised that she doesn't have more all over the body and that they just kept it on the clothes. I think it would be cool if she had like colored tattoos or something, or like a tattoo sleeve with this kind of style. I am not asking Grok to explain this post, Twitter. Chill. They also showed the splash art for her. I think she's cute. I think she's gonna have like a more low-key personality where she's like very chill. I'd be surprised if she were like a more boisterous character, because she's playing it very cool here. You know, cool girl with a bubble gum. Not personally my type, but she's really pretty, and I think people are gonna love her a lot. This is her splash art for Linnea, and they're teasing her as one of the upcoming 3.0 characters to come out, and this is gorgeous. She's got a motorcycle looking thing that she probably painted herself. We've got more of those neon graffiti type things, street art things as well. She's just like showing it off. Again, I think it would be cool if she had some on her skin as well, but you know, that's her style. This is the splash art of Mornier, and this is gorgeous. Again, it made me think of Eve from Wall-E, but this is actually beautiful. Her hair, like her aura and her vibe, it still just reminds me of Jinshi. Maybe like an older, more mature kind of Jinshi, but like that kind of character archetype. I don't know. This is just, it's so pretty. The captions also had some similarities between them. Should that rainbow spill? Should that molten gold drip? Should that expectation overflow? Should that spark guide? Should that light be reachable? And I wonder if that speaks to their character arcs. I think that'll be interesting if that's, you know, some foreshadowing. Of course, I don't think I know all that much about Wuwa lore yet to really determine what that means, but if any of you have any ideas or theories, let me know in the comments. Now, my main comment on these character designs, and this might be a controversial opinion, okay? This might absolutely be a controversial opinion. I'm going to preface this by saying that I'm treading with caution here, because I've actually found out, or I've actually realized, that Wuwa's 3D models and 3D characters, to me, they always look better than their character arts. I honestly think that however these characters look to you now, they're going to look 100 times better when their 3D models come out. Because so far, that has been the pattern with Wuwa. Like, I've never looked at a 3D model from Wuwa and been disappointed, but I have looked at the 2D character arts of Wuwa and been like, oh, I'm probably not gonna pull, or I'm probably not so much into them. I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw this lineup of characters, I was a bit lukewarm about it. And it's not because they aren't gorgeous. It's more because, like, in terms of personal taste, like, I already wasn't that much of a fan of the black, white plus accent color aesthetic that Huang Long had. And a lot of characters had that. But then I feel like going into a space fantasy or like a space setting, that tends to be a theme, because black, white plus accent is like science. It's like the science fiction aesthetic. I think that they're going a step beyond that because this is definitely like they've got some gradients here. She also has some gradients here, but it's primarily black and white that's standing out to me. I like this a lot because of the orange and purple color palette. Like these colors go so well together, and I feel like the way that they integrated it and incorporated here. She even has some tattoos here to go with it too. It's really, really cute. So that's a big reason why I'm gravitating towards this. He's got a lot of like teal going on, teal and gold, which are good colors to combine. And then this is like black, white plus all the splashy stuff, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that I really, really like the theatricality of the Rina Sita character designs. And then I haven't played through Septimon, but whenever they release a character from Septimon or show the art of them, like they look so mythical, legendary, glorious, because they also have kind of that culturally inspired background design to them, which I found really cool. Now, I've told this to my chat, and I'm saying this is personal preference, by the way, before anyone comes at me. I really like sci-fi. I really like sci-fi that's written well, okay? Because I think sci-fi is an amazing genre that can tell us a lot about humanity and our ideas about humanity, and I really love incorporating scientific concepts into those arcs of characters and how all of that turns out, what it might speak about our future and how we want to build that future and see things moving forward, right? I really like well-written sci-fi. The aesthetic of it, however, if it's not done interestingly enough, sometimes it just gets monotonous and sometimes it gets repetitive, which is something that I'm a little afraid of when it comes to these characters. Like, I don't really want to walk into a spaceship and everyone is dressed the same, but that's likely going to happen because on a spaceship, people wear uniforms, you know? I just really hope that Wuwa doesn't fall into the sci-fi trap of everything looking samey. For anyone who's watched Star Trek, I've watched a lot of Star Trek because my dad is a Star Trek fan. I think that they managed to keep it interesting by constantly putting characters in settings that are very, very diverse. You know, you have people from different planets, so everyone looks different. No one's wearing the same thing. But when you're in an academy, or when you're like on one spaceship, everyone tends to be in uniform. I don't want to be stuck in settings for long periods of time where everything looks the same. It's kind of just this hesitation I have where I really hope things continue to look interesting, because the difference from Huanglong being like this desolate, beaten up area with some centers of life like Jinzhou versus Rina Sita, where everything is kind of just like teeming with life and variety and color and vibrance. You know, it was a big jump. And to me, that was like the attraction of Rina Sita. And my aspirations might be a little misplaced trying to find that in sci-fi, but personally, I just don't want Wuwa to, you know, end up in this monotonous looking sci-fi setting. And I would trust them enough to not do that. Hopefully, when we get a first preview of what the new region looks like and what their NPCs look like and what those settings will look like, hopefully we won't be disappointed. But just saying, that is my hesitation when it comes to sci-fi areas. For the most part, they're interesting enough, but not so much that I'm like really feeling pulled towards them. Again, personal preference. And if any of you feel the same or differently, let me know in the comments. I know a lot of people are loving these designs, especially a lot of creators are hyping these designs up. It's just that personally, I like her. I like her because like the color palette is just so cute. I like him because I have to collect them in. That's just my 2 cents on the new Wuwa characters. Obviously, very biased, very, very personal opinion, okay? I'm not saying anything objective about these characters at all. That's just my line of thinking when it comes to this, and I'm really excited to see what Wuwa has cooking up for 3.0 now that I am playing this. I'm in it for the long run. Wuwa's got me. It's reeled me in. I'm here for a long time and a good time. Hopefully. That's going to be all for this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel for more content, and I will see you soon. Take care.